Hello, welcome back to Cracking a Cryptic, and absolute pleasure to be with you again. We're doing a puzzle by Smith, who I don't think has featured on the channel before. It's based on friendly cells. We'll look at the rules in a moment. It looks very interesting. Rule set we haven't seen before, which is always great, but reasonably easy to understand, which is, I almost want to say mandatory, but it would be wrong of me to claim that every puzzle we do on the channel has a rule set that is easy to understand. What I will say is that the rule sets in all of the puzzles in SUDOKU brilliant CTC clone pack are easy to understand. They're not all clones, but they are all easy to understand, and that is available on Patreon as this month's new monthly reward. So do check it out. There's lots of other content on Patreon as well. We do try and bring our patrons extra stuff to entertain them, and it's always great fun. So do join us there. There's also our apps, which are great fun too. Loads and loads of content there for you to have a go at and practice your Sudoku skills. A lot of people have improved theirs dramatically there. There's Sven's Sudoku pad on the links under the video as well, and our merchandise, so you could get yourself a mug or something similar. But that is all on the links under the video, where the first link is to Buddy System by Smith. And let's do the rules. Now, normal Sudoku rules apply, so we'll be trying to put 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Squares show friendly cells. Now, a friendly cell contains a digit that matches the row, column, or box number. So obviously this is row 1, this is column 1, this is box number 1, this is box number 2, this one's number 3, this one's number 4, and so on. 5, 6, 7, box 8, box 9. All friendly cells must be orthogonally adjacent to a buddy digit. There is a single buddy digit for the puzzle. The buddy digit happens to be a friendly digit 3 times, and of course does not appear next to itself in these instances, and is never marked with a square. And all other friendly squares are given. That's the rule set. It's deceptively confusing, actually. So every one of these cells with a square is a friendly cell. So this is in row 1, column 8, and box 3. So the digit here is either 1, 3, or 8. And one of the orthogonally adjacent cells to that is the buddy digit, which is always the same buddy digit in this puzzle. And 3 times when the buddy digit appears, it is itself a friendly cell, although those aren't marked with squares, but all other friendly cells are marked with squares. I mean, yeah, okay, that is an understandable rule set. Let's see how it plays out. I've really got no clue. This might be one of the hardest puzzles we ever done, or really quite approachable, or somewhere in between. I haven't got a clue. The video length will give you an idea how I found it, but let's see. Let's get cracking. So, do try it on the first link, but it feels a bit laborious sometimes to mark up the candidates for each buddy cell. But because I'm struggling to know whether this rule set is hard, middling, or easy, I'm going to do it. This is row 2, column 2 in box 1. This is row 2, column 6 in box 2. So some of these buddy cells only have 2 candidates, which could be very handy. This is row 2, column 7 in box 3, row 3, column 5 in box 2, row 4, column 2 in box 4, row 4, column 7 in box 6, row 4, column 9 in box 6, row 5, column 6 in box 5, row 2, column 5 in box 4, row 6, column 1, I think I said the row and column around the wrong way there. This is seeing a 4, a given 4, so I can't put box 4 into there. This is 4, 6 in 5, this is 5, 6 in 5 again. Okay, well that's going to be interesting. This is row 6, column 7 in box 6, this is row 7, column 5 in box 8. I can't write an 8 in there. This is row 7, column 6. This is row 7, column 9 in box 9. This is row 8, column 3 in box 7. This is row 8, column 4 in box 8. I think that's going to have to be an 8. This is, just to complete this, row 9, column 2 in box 7. So those are all the possible digits in these cells. I'm not thinking about the buddies yet, but this was row 8, column 4 in box 8. Can't be a 4, so it has to be an 8. Okay, that didn't go anywhere. But this 5-6 pair makes that a definite 4. That doesn't go anywhere either. That's so weird. I might have to start thinking about the buddy digit next. I don't want to suddenly get confused and start calling it the bloody digit, because that would be rude. I'm still just studying these digits candidates. Okay, the buddy digit. Now, I'm tempted to put it here in box 2 because all of these must be orthogonally adjacent to a buddy digit, but that's not necessarily right. There could be a buddy digit there and a buddy digit there, and they would all fulfill that rule. So we have to be a bit careful. Okay, the buddy digit in box 3 has to touch both of those. These two are useful because they clearly block the buddy digit appearing in the next door box. So the buddy digit in box 3 has to be in one of those two cells. The buddy digit in box 2 actually has to be in one of these two cells. Yeah, that's true. Because both of those need to be situated next to a buddy digit, and that buddy digit can't be here. And you can't put it here for that one, because then this one couldn't be next to it. The buddy digit obviously only appears once in each box. So now that's a sort of virtual X-wing. The buddy digit appears in one of these 3 cells, but this one needs a buddy digit and it has to be there. So that sorts out this. Now there's a buddy digit in, oh, hang on. I was going to say one of these two and put it here. But what if 8 was the buddy digit? It's not, because 8 appears in a square. I'm pretty sure there was a rule. It is never marked with a square. So that is not a buddy digit. So we do need to have one in one of those 2 cells for these two, and it's got to be there. Now this has to be next to a buddy digit, and that has to be there now. Now both of, and this. These two have to be next to a buddy digit, which is in one of those 2 cells. This has to be next to one, but it could be there or there. So I've got to be a little careful. What about in this box? I don't know. I feel this is easy and I'm not getting it. This cell, the buddy digit there rules buddies out of those. So there must be a buddy digit in one of those 2 for this one. And that means this is not getting its buddy digit in box 4 or box 5, and it must get it here. Okay, that worked. Now, there is one there, so that's not, and that is. And that means that's not by Sudoku, and that is. And now, this one can't get it there or there. Must get it there or there. This one must get it there or there. So this is like an X-wing, but this one needs a buddy digit, and now it's got to be here. So that couldn't be a buddy, or none of these could be. So, or rather, none of those could be. So there we go. I think we must have finished off the buddies when we put one in there. Oh, hang on, this didn't get a buddy digit, so I've messed it up. That's really weird. Okay, my apologies. I did these the wrong way round. Having worked out how they worked, I then filled it in wrong. So this needs its buddy digit, so it's there. There we go. And then we put one here. Yeah, okay. Now, that is the pattern of buddy digits. And every square in the grid is orthogonally adjacent to one of them. That's lovely. That's really interesting. Now, what is the buddy digit? It never appears in a square, so it's not 8 or 4. It's clearly not 5 in box 3. It's always the same. It's not 6 because this C's a 4, 5, 6 triple. So at the moment it's 1, 2, 3, 7 or 9. Can we rule something out of that? I suspect we can, but I suspect I don't know how. Oh, this can't be a 5. There's a 5 already in the box. In the row, I mean. Now, what am I going to do next? I don't really understand. These candidates I've put in, they're all very good. The purple cells are all the same. The rest of the puzzle, well, is it the negative constraint that all... No. There was another rule that the buddy digit happens to be a friendly cell 3 times. Ah. Okay, I'm going to mark... Oh, bother. That wasn't what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. I'm going to mark these buddy cells with what digits would be friendly in them. Now, this is a very unusual marking. This would, I mean, it's the same sort of thing I was doing earlier. Row 1, column 7 in box 3. Row 2, column 5 in box 2. Row 3, column 2 in box 1. Row 5, column 1 in box 4. Row 6, column 6 in box 5. Yeah, that's interesting. We'll get back to that in a moment. Row 4, column 8 in in box 6. Row 7, column 4 in box 8. Row 9, column 3 in box 7, and row 8, column 9 in box 9. Okay, now this. So what I want to do now is work out, basically whatever digit in these corner marks that I've put in, whatever digit appears exactly 3 times could be a buddy digit, and therefore occupy all of those cells and obey the rule that it happens to be a friendly digit 3 times. And any digit that doesn't appear 3 times in these cells cannot be the buddy digit. And this cell that we were looking at, which has already got 5 and 6 in its box, that cannot possibly be a buddy digit. So that's not even a candidate to be one. And indeed, we worked out earlier that 4, 5, 6, and 8 are not candidates. So I could take them out of these cells that I've put anything in. They're just not allowed to be because they already appear in boxes. And buddy digits never appear in boxes. Buddy digits are 1, 2, 3, 7, or 9. So, which of the remaining digits appears exactly 3 times? 1 does. 2 doesn't, so I'm ruling that out. There's only 2 possible 2s. 3 does, bother. 7 does as well, super bother. 9 only appears twice, so I'm ruling that out. So now we know the buddy digit is either 1, 3, or 7. If it's 1, it appears in those cells. If it's 3, it appears in those ones. Or if it's 7, it appears in those ones. But that's kind of what we learned. I can probably take away the corner marks now because they don't really matter anymore. All I was using them to do is learn that the buddy digit is 1, 3, or 7. And now I'm hoping that that has narrowed down the information such that I can start doing some candidate deductions. I'm not convinced it has. Maybe I actually need to think what happens if we select one of these digits. So for instance, if the buddy digit was a 7, this has to be a 4, 6 pair. Or that has to be a 3. That would be 5 and 6. I don't know. Okay, what if the buddy digit was a 1? Then these would both be 2s. I'm not sure. If the buddy digit was a 3, does anything automatically happen? Oh. Okay, well, what I can learn is that 5 in this box is in one of those cells, given that 5 and the fact that these can't contain 5. And then 5 is in one of those two. So in row 4, 5 has to be in one of those two. And now that can't be a 5. And now I've got a 2-4 pair looking both at that cell and more importantly at this one, which is a 1. And now 1 can't be the buddy digit. That's intriguing. What an odd way to be solving the puzzle. The buddy digit is now 3 or 7. Okay, let's try and do something else like that, although I'm not sure I learned a generic way of moving forward. Oh, a 3-7 pair puts a 9 in that cell. 3-7 pair in this row as well now. Not sure that's doing anything. There's a 9 in one of those two. Four is in one of those 3. Oh, look, 4 is in one of those two cells and is placed in column 5. And then it's in one of those two. That is in fact a 4-8 pair, just seen, given where these are and the candidates here. So 8's now in one of those two cells as well. This is very odd, sort of scratching around at this puzzle in a way that I couldn't claim I'm understanding it, I'm just solving it. Oh, this pair is a naked pair. It sees 1, 2, 4, 9 in the column and 8, 3, 7 in the box. That is a 5, 6 naked pair. And look, that's a 5, 6, 7 triple now. And that means the buddy digit is a 3. There we go. That's so strange. Right, the buddy digit is a 3, and therefore 3 never appears in another box. There's some. Okay, so this is now a 7. And that 5, 6, 7 triple's looking at that cell. That's a 9. This is now a 4, 6, 7 triple, and the 7 in that triple is in one of those cells. So this is a 2. That's a 6. That fixes 5 and 6. Interestingly, oh, the 6 fixes this as a 7. That makes that 5. Then we've got 6 and 5 there. This 1-2 pair, weirdly, are not resolved. The rest of this column is a 7-8 pair. I mean, I'm hopeful that this is getting doable. That's a 6 by Sudoku, and that we might be able to finish off. But it's felt very strange as a puzzle. That's an 8. I should have taken 3 out of that. That's a 1. This is just Sudoku. That's now a 7. And there we go. Oh, a 4, 6 pair actually resolves the 2 and the 4. And I think I'm just left with these buddy digits. I haven't been using the negative constraint, and I'm hopeful I won't have to. That's a naked 2, given everything it sees in the row and the column. That places 2 in the central box. That's a naked 9, and this is a 1-2 pair. Now in the bottom row, I've got a 1-2 pair. This is a 5, 7, 8 triple. What an odd puzzle. 4's in one of those, 2's in one of those, 1 and 6, I just don't know. This is a 5, 9 pair in row jobby what's it? Oh, that 1 is looking at the corner. That's going to sort out a few bits and bobs. Yes, that's now a 1-6 pair, so quite a few bits and bobs get sorted out. That does the last 2 squares. That's fixed again now. 3, 2, 6, 7, 4, 1. That's a naked 9. And that's 8. And this is 5. And that sorts out all the bottom 3 rows are all done. This cell is a 5, not because of the row, but because of that 5. Then I can put in 9, 1, 6 and 7 in the row. That's now a 9. 5 and 7 up here. Yeah. 1, 8, 9. They must just be write-ins. I think it's just finishing off now. What an intriguing puzzle. So different from anything we normally do. And just some odd little deductions to put together that I wasn't expecting, clearly. 5, 7 and 9 here, there we go, and 6, 9, 5. And that's the solution to buddy system. What an intriguing puzzle. And 3 was the buddy. Well done if you guessed that at the start or worked it out long before I did, which might be possible. It's very hard to know. I suspect I did that in the way that it's meant to be done, but can't be sure because it's so unusual. Great fun though. Thank you as always for joining us on the channel, where the variety of Sudokus we get to attempt like this is absolutely outlandish and amazing, and it's such a real pleasure. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.